Circle वही है, that is production generates income, paves way for expenditure. Production method आपने किया, which is also called as value added method. Income method आपने किया. Now we are at the expenditure method. By expenditure method only, we will be able to reach at gross domestic product at market price. This is the only method जहाँ पर हम where we are reaching gross domestic product at market price. GDP is an index form that is of national income. So y is equal to GDP, or in the long term what we say C plus I plus G plus X minus M. C is consumption expenditure, but it is final consumption expenditure. Final investment expenditure, government final consumption expenditure, net of exports, net exports. We begin with X, that is why net exports. So these are the full forms. But what is important that we are going to take it in the short form, in the short run. In the short run, y is equal to C plus I, because y is equal to C plus S, consumption and saving. Saving turns into investment. That investment we are talking about. So investment is also an expenditure, whether made by the private firm or by the household or by the government. That is why the expression changes, and we talk in terms of components of GDP. When we look through the expenditure method, only two things we get. That is final consumption expenditure and final investment expenditure. Final consumption expenditure is from two parties, that is private and the government. That is why it is called private final consumption expenditure and government final consumption expenditure. Second thing is final investment expenditure. So it will get divided into three parts, that is gross fixed capital formation, change in stock, and net exports, that is exports less of imports. But by adding up or summing up all these very components, we are reaching at gross domestic product at market price. But our ultimate aim every time is to reach at net national product at factor cost, which is also called a national income. So the difference between the two, when we put into the numerical form, we have to use it in the numerical as a formula. I will shift net national product at factor cost here and gross domestic product, which we get by summing up all these very components, we get at MP level. There is the difference between net and gross, that is minus depreciation. National and domestic, that is plus NFIA. And market factor cost and market price, the difference is minus NIT. When we will put it into the computation or calculation, what we are going to get is net national product at factor cost. That is our national income. Clear? Understood?